Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation, with an unpackaging here of the latest offering from the Germania Mint. Yes, indeed. And as most of you know, the Germania Mint is actually a mint out of Poland that has created some products that have honoring the region of Germany known as Germania in eons past. But nonetheless, they have sent me for review a very special offering here. It's a metal. I like to actually call these fantasy coins, but this is the Germania and Columbia round from the Allegories series. So very, very fascinating indeed. And you saw the video that I posted a while ago, just fairly recently, about the 10-ounce version of this. Crazy, same diameter, but very, very thick. And this is quite a fascinating addition here. The Allegories, fine silver, 1 ounce of fine silver. So this will be the thinnest that you will see this in the offerings from the Germania Mint. It has the same reverse here with the coat of arms there. Very interesting indeed, a fascinating piece. And this particular piece comes in a sort of a blister pack here with a certificate of authenticity. But this one here, for the reviewing this, it was signed by the designer of this particular. So that was a nice, thoughtful gesture indeed from this particular piece. Very, very cool indeed. So this is a 5 mark is the fantasy face value, because most of you know the actual it's the euro that is utilized in Germany now. So they're kind of bringing it back to a time before Germany became a part of the European Union, and so they're using that designation there. But this is 1 ounce, a limited mintage there to 25,000 pieces. It is a fascinating piece and amazing detail. And it's consistent. I do like that about the Germania Mint. They are consistent in their designs for this particular series for the Allegories. But in this particular case, as we saw, they are it appears to be hand in hand, but they're really not. They are kind of their hands are very close together, but one is behind the other, but they're not actually holding hands. It's a little difficult to see there, but you can see the American flag next to Columbia. A very, very tight robe around Columbia there, Miss Columbia, showcasing her curves, which is quite appealing. And then you have Germania there. Yes, indeed. Very, very nice. Very well done. Kind of the galoche pattern that you see in the background there. And very cool. So these, I believe, will be offered for sale. Not sure exactly when. I think sometime in early December, I believe. But I'm not sure exactly which bullion dealers will be carrying them or not. But typically, probably, if it will more than likely be the same dealers that got them in the past. Now, that 5 ounce and 10 ounce are going to be very tough to come by. And I don't know what the price will be, but as is always the case, these particular things are high premium silver. This is not your stacker silver. You know, I really shouldn't have to say that every time, but undoubtedly I'll get comments. These are too high, too expensive for me. These are not for stackers. This is collectible pieces, and that's all that these are associated with. What makes these unique is kind of the theme of these, and the fact that it is kind of centered around the idea of Germania and what that region was, that part of old Germany. And the fact that it does have a denomination on it, even though it's a fantasy piece from the time. So I kind of call these fantasy coins, as it were. But very attractive, and that's why I like the Germania Mint, because they have been a pretty original, kind of set themselves apart from other mints around the world. And but there's a lot of cool things out there. There's a lot of great selection of different styles of silver that you can accumulate and for collector purposes. And this is another one of those. These here, they too tend to be a bit pricey, but not as bad probably as a 5 and 10 ounce. They're going to be very high, I'm sure. Those are for the serious collectors out there. But most of us will probably either get the 1 and 2 ounce version just as far as our collections are concerned. But make no mistake, if you're a pure stacker, this is not the kind of piece for you. And even for many collectors out there, it may not be the piece for you either. But nonetheless, there are a great number of us out there who do like this particular style. There is one other criticism of the Germania Mint that some have mentioned. I've not seen it on the pieces that I have thus far, but some have complained about milk spotting. And so my hope is that the Mint will look into that and maybe help to prevent it for future releases, because that's something that will be concerned, especially for collector pieces out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post your thoughts below about this design, about the new offering, and about the allegories in general. Is this a series that you're collecting? Something you find interesting and fascinating? I'd be curious to see your thoughts on this. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.